What is going on, Bulls Nation? So another loss to this, uprising Oklahoma Thunders. And I wasn't surprised, but, we're going to talk about the foot soreness gate and how the Bulls looks like right after this.
Get the lowdown on one of the most iconic basketball teams in the world. You're listening to Chicago Bulls Nation.
All right, Bulls Nation. So Zach Levine didn't play this game. Foot soreness, aka it's Thanksgiving tomorrow. I don't really care about this team anyway, so I'm gonna stay home. Is he gonna play on Friday? It's Black Friday. Maybe he'll do some shopping. Who knows, right? Um, but with that being said, I don't think Zach would have made a difference against the Thunder. He was here the last time we played the Thunder. I mean, what I did like, however, in this game was the effort. I'd rather see a team like this lose than a team that is not trying. Because today, even though we lost, and I was expecting a lose with or without Levine. I mean, this is Oklahoma Thunders that is like fourth now on the standings in the West. They're really on the uptick. But with that being said, I think the Bulls gave them all. They were outmanned. And again, not because of Levine, it's just because they're a much better team at this point. They're younger, they're faster, they're well coached. We're not well coached. We're slower, mostly not well coached, and to an extent, not hungrier. Right? A few things that to note here because there's no Zach. I like this lineup, the one that we came up with. It is now one less shot in Zach Levine, and I think this is the ideal way of constructing this team. The problem here is that two things. Patrick Williams doesn't complement Vooch. He's not that big, hulking power forward that can make up for Vooch deficiencies inside. Second, Vooch deficiencies or lack of defense doesn't complement Billy Donovan's defensive scheme, which is, switching big to small, small to big. Again, you can only get away with so much switching if your big can actually guard a small. Not if your big can't guard a big or a small, because that would put you in a bad position every single time. He gets away with it because two of his guards hedge the outside perimeter, giving Vooch some time to recover. But if Caruso or Kobe White, because Kobe White turned out to be a pretty good defender nowadays. He is a capable defender along with Ayo and Javon Carter as well. The problem with Javon Carter is a bit undersized, so he's getting picked on a lot. But he is still a pesky defender. But Vooch, he makes up his lack of defense or rotation or whatever you want to call it. Maybe the effort is there, but maybe the physical tools and abilities just wouldn't let him rotate. It's more of a liability compared to his offense. Like, it doesn't make up. His offense doesn't make up for his lack of mobility in the defensive end. That's why I was not in favor of re-signing him. Regardless if we sign him for a decent contract, because I think it's not bad, but we should have moved on. But with that being said, I think the Bulls just are just trying to weather this Levine situation. We own our pick. I don't know if the front office is in a hurry to remedy this, or even if they do want to remedy this. Are they going to just ride it out, let our young guys play and let this group play and then regroup next year? You could certainly do that. You don't need to, quote unquote, tank. They're doing it themselves. But what is the goal? Is the goal to be just tank for the next 3-4 years, hope for a good draft pick, or trade Levine, try to be competitive? I like teams that work hard, regardless of the results. I've been watching the Bulls forever. I was here when we were the baby Bulls. I was here when we got Luol Deng, when he's not as aggressive, and then he turned out to be this good defensive guy with Kirk Heinrich. I want to see that again. I want to have hope. We were not good We were an uprising team. We're a hardworking team, but we're always that, we were a 1-star away. I'd take that over what we do have right now. But watching this group of guys today kind of gave me hope that maybe we'll get back there someday. Because if Alex Caruso is going to be here, he could be the anchor, like the Luol Deng, the start of something. You got to build something somehow, right? You got to have an identity. And if you're going to stick with Billy Donovan, he has some decent defensive schemes. Maybe give him the right people. If you're not going to let go of the guy, give him the right people. And then if he still couldn't make it a bit decent, then fire him. Thank you for watching Bulls Nation. I'll see you back on Friday where we are going to lose again to the Toronto Raptors. Subscribe to the channel.